Latitude 37 is a Baroque trio, so it's comprised of myself, Flora Vaughan, I play viola da gamba, Julia Fredersdorf, who plays Baroque violin, and Donald Nicholson, who plays harpsichord or organ.
And today is represented by Leo.
Yes.
Kind of. We mostly play Baroque repertoire, but what we love the most is 17th century repertoire, particularly German and Italian repertoire. And in the case of the CD, it's Italian, so it's a great way for us to do our first CDs. It's the right repertoire for us. It's, I think, something we have a bit of our signature on.
One of the things we like the most about 17th century repertoire is the freedom that we have as performers to improvise. It's very much would have been expected by all the 17th century composers whose music we play, that the music that they printed would be just considered a framework for the performer, and that we would add our own ornaments, our own bridges between sections. So there's a lot of freedom. It's a bit like jazz in that respect, actually.
Well, I suppose what we were trying to achieve with the other images that we have is to get away from the sort of hippie early music image that there is. We call it the brown rice and sandals thing.
Well, brown rice, sandals and yogurt making.
I mean, I do like brown rice, don't get me wrong. But yeah, we just wanted to create something that was a little bit more actually in keeping with what we aesthetically believe in.
So this is a viola da gamba. His name is Leo. He has a lion head, so it's a relative of the cello, but upon closer inspection, apart from the size, it's not really very close to the cello at all. It's got more strings, 7 in this case. Tuned a bit like a guitar, has frets like a guitar, and sloping shoulders. The double bass is actually the only surviving member of this family of instruments.
Well, the fiddle is actually an 18th century fiddle, but it's set up as an 18th century fiddle would have been, and there are quite a few differences, notably the angle of the neck, which in this case is straight, and in a modern violin is angled slightly, which means that there's more tension in the strings, which means that there's more projection, and the sound is slightly different. The other big difference is gut strings. They're made of sheep gut. I always say that, especially from a distance, she looks like an ant carrying a morsel of bread. Just because of the colour of it. It looks quite
especially on the way to a concert when I'm all in black.
She's often leaning down like this.
All of us listen to a huge amount of music, so I mean, listening to CDs other people have recorded, and we'll frequently just get books from the music library or buy things from publishers and go, okay, let's just play through a whole bunch of this stuff. Is any of it any good? Or, you know, are there so many mistakes in it? We play from a lot of original publications, so facsimiles of music from printed in the 1700s and 1600s. And often when we play something new, it's so littered with mistakes that it takes us half an hour just to figure out how to get from one end of the piece to the other.
And we should talk about the instrument that Donald's playing, being an Italian harpsichord, which was kindly lent by Anne Murphy.
Yes.
It's a beautiful instrument, and it's quite a distinctive sound. It's I suppose a little bit more tinny than a Flemish harpsichord.
Yes,
it has a very
strong,
archaic sound, which
a very
we love.
strong pluck, and it's actually records amazingly. There's a lot of contrast on the album. There are some tracks which are really deep,
yes,
almost meditative in quality, and some that are really raucous.
Yeah,
yes.
And the music, some of the dance music back in those days was almost like pop music today. It's it makes you want to get up and dance, it really does.